Canoes, made by Robert D. Hill. Canoes is surprisingly good at educating me and the audience about Aboriginal culture, how they identify with the land, and more importantly, how storytelling plays an integral role in understanding the remaining people. The film was made by Rolf D. Hill on the 29th of June 2006. Rolf made the film a bit humorous to make us respect the Aboriginals and understand them. This film educates the audience on how dependent the Aboriginals are on their land and environment. Color monochrome, switching from black to white. The color monochrome switch plays an integral role in making us understand the character's identity and what their imagination looks like. The colors kept switching in the film from colors to monochrome, which is mostly used when they're switching scenes to the past or when they're going to someone's imagination, which emphasizes juxtaposition. When the Sorosra was explained to the tribe what could have happened if they got kidnapped by the strangers, they started imagining a scene that was shown in monochrome to help us understand that it's just their imagination, not the reality. I strongly believe that monochrome is necessary as the audience could easily get confused on what's going on within the film. Camera angles slash camera movements. It has come to my attention that the film directors Rolf and Peter did an astonishing job on the camera angles and how they connected to the land in every single shot. Rolf and Peter are the film directors of Ten Canoes and their chemistry is confounding. A lot of the angles that we use in the film were bird eye angles. They give you a big view of what's going on, and I strongly believe that they use them to utilize the massive landscape. The film was made up of mostly water shots, giving a documentary atmosphere to the film. The camera movement was moderate, as you wouldn't think the movie was shot in 2006. In the movie, when the remaining people went out on their canoes, the camera was moving from left to right slowly as they went, which emphasizes how moderate the camera movement is. Sound slash narration. The film was made in Aboriginal language, which supports culture, identity, and mainly language. Despite the fact that it was made in Aboriginal language, it wasn't targeted at the Aboriginal audience. It was targeted at the Australian audience, so they added subtitles and an English narration to the film, which is really necessary in my opinion. In some of the film scenes, you will hear Aboriginal instruments playing in the background, like in the speed throwing scene, how they were playing the didgeridoo. It adds more sense of the Aboriginal culture and it also makes the film a bit more entertaining for the audience. The film directors had plenty of natural sounds in the film, like the leaves crackling and the boat moving through the pond, to show the audience how the Aboriginals were connected to the land. Conclusion. Canoes offers an authentic look at the Aboriginal life that ought to appeal to audiences around Australia whose lives are animated by the same universal desires, fears, and human flaws. Best of all, this ambitious and sturdy Australian film demonstrates that a story well told is a good medicine for all who take it to heart. The movie had taught me a lot about Aboriginals and changed my opinion on their lifestyles as it opened my eyes on who they truly are. It also showed me that they were not savages as everyone was saying, and they had laws and rules they lived by.